Thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of the DuBois Wrestling on Tri-County TV, brought to you by DuBois Granite and Quartz, Spitzer's Auto World, Lifespan Family Services, The Floor Show, AccuSure of DuBois, Nelson Realty, and Priority Media. DuBois Wrestling all season long right here on Tri-County TV. We'll see you next match.
DuBois area Beavers. Nathan Kerner is up on the 189 match as we speak, the first match of this final bout of this dual tournament for your DuBois area Beavers. He is wrestling at the 189-pound bracket. It looks like a gentleman by the name of Ashton Long. Ashton Long and his team are from West Virginia. They are the Wheeling Park High School wrestling team. So we are about, let's say, 45 miles from the West Virginia border. And it looks like Mr. Kerner is in on a single leg as we speak. Trying to turn the corner. Young man from Wheeling is trying to scramble, and with that, a 3-point takedown for your DuBois Beaver. One minute left in the third. It looks like there is some, not blood time, young man from West Virginia's headgear fell off right at the beginning of the stanza, so ref calls time to put the headgear back on, and he will go down. For your DuBois area Beavers, Mr. Kerner is a senior. On the day, he has went 0-2, but looking to change his fortune in his last match of the day. As right now, it looks like they're still having some headgear issues, so bear with us as it is a occupational hazard. Young man will go down. Minute 1 left in the first period. This is the first bout of the match. As Mr. Long tries to get up to a stance, he's brought back down to the mat by Mr. Kerner. Fighting hands underneath that on the bottom right there. Looks like he has a right hand wrist. Probably power half. He looks like he's trying to get on it as we speak. But young man from Wheeling does fight it off, but he switches sides, do a little chain wrestling. He's trying to get a basic half on the right side for your DuBois area Beaver. Looks like he does have a wrist, and he might be able to get it. Hard to say if he has it deep, but with that body type, it looks like he is almost giving amp exposure, and that could be a pin if the young man can keep that half in deep as he does have it. Right now with 7 seconds to go, this is going to be a close call. Those shoulders, and with that, it is a pin with 2 seconds left in the first period. Your DuBois area Beaver, Mr. Kerner, takes the W. And with that, your DuBois area Beavers takes a 6-0 team lead as well. Next up is Kendall Orr, your 215-pounder. If you were with us earlier in the second match of the day, they faced the Bell Vernon wrestling team. It was number 1 and number 2 in the state based off of rankings from PA Power. Mr. Kendall Orr did take that bout in a fantastic battle of the 1 and 2. So not much to be said about that. Mr. Kendall takes a quick 5-0 lead. On top, he is really working hard. He switches as a double. Looks like he tries to get it. He has looks like a half in. Now he's going to try to pull him over. The man from Wheeling does make good effort, and Kendall lets him up for an escape in the first 25 seconds, and he gets right back into a double takedown and gets a 3 to jump his score up to 8-1. Kendall's looking for a half. Not getting much, but he is being the aggressor on top, fighting wrists. Looks like he's trying to get that hand out. The young man from West Virginia is definitely not making it easy. However, looks like he is doing a bundle, and Kendall is getting exposure points. Ref's doing looks like a 3-4, at least a 4 count. So he's guaranteed 4, and with that, pin for our second bout of the match Kendall takes a pin with a lead of 10-1, finishing up the first period. DuBois Area Beavers are now up 12-0 going into the heavyweight bout. For your DuBois Area Beavers, that is Mr. Jason Gardner. Looks like he will be wrestling either a Braden Gilbert or Mr. Hunter Schaefer for your West Virginia wrestling team. Excuse me, the Wheeling, West Virginia, Wheeling Park. And right now, Jason, for your DuBois Area Beavers, is being really, really aggressive. Pushing the young man around, really trying to establish his position. So, as we talked in first thing, I think a big important thing that young man needs to kind of continue to work on is the inside ties. That helps kind of create the leverage as we continue to hand fight right here. He wants his hands in the inside of the young man. He's snapping him around. I would say the Wheeling West Park wrestler is probably not enjoying what Jason is bringing. But as a DuBois area fan, I do appreciate the aggressiveness that he is creating to try to find some opening shots. Look like right there, a little bundle, and if he can keep him in, and he doesn't. It was a nice trying to do a snatch single to the right leg. A little close to the edge. Had he had a little more, area inside the mat, I think the young man would have taken him down. Nonetheless, minute 5 left in the first period. Mr. Gardner's going back to his aggressiveness. Hand fights, tries to take a double, and out of bounds again. So for those watching online, I want to say that's 5 shots to 0 for Mr. Gardner. Fortunately, none have came, but as a young man from West Park, or Wheeling West Park, continues to push back, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see a stall call sooner than later. DuBois wrestlers definitely holding center, really keeping, his body and his, we'll say his behind to center of the mat. So, he's facing the opponent, where the opponent's back is to the outside of the mat, where you typically don't want to be. So as the young man from Wheeling Park is circling in now, and Mr. Gardner goes another shot. Does not get anything as they roll into the next mat over. And with that, there is your stall call on the Wheeling Park wrestler. As Jason goes back, he tries to go by. Now he simply needs to establish his 3, and there you go with the takedown. 16 seconds left in this first period. Your DuBois area Beaver has secured a takedown as well as a stall call on his opponent. Right now it looks like he's trying to go to a front headlock. 1 second left, and that's going to end the first period with your DuBois area Beaver up 3-0 at this heavyweight bout. Coach Krupa instructs his wrestler to take bottom. We get some bottom work in. These heavier weights is definitely important to be able to get off the bottom, especially in tighter matches, one matches, stuff like that. You definitely want to be able to to get that experience to get off. And with that, your DuBois wrestler gets an escape point, and then the headgear falls off of the young man from Wheeling Park. So as we go back to the middle of the mat, escape for DuBois, Mr. Gardner. Looks like he must have got a second stall call, because the scoreboard now reads 5-0. Can't say that I saw the stall call on the second one. I do apologize, but if that's the case, I'm not in disagreement with the stall call. Mr. Gardner for DuBois has been pretty aggressive here, and with that again, he takes another takedown to extend his score to 8-0. Cross wrist, trying to bring him down with. Riding probably a little high in the hips. Definitely needs to break the young man down to make this a little more to his advantage. So really, you typically want to kind of drive him forward. Like that's how you see that gas pump on the leg, and then you have him flat out as we have just seen. So definitely is where he wants to be right there. Nice little kick by the young man from West Virginia. And it looks like Mr. Gardner just does what most people call a cement mixture. straight to his back, and again, a third in a row pin for your DuBois area Beavers. So for those keeping score at home, that is 18-0 your DuBois area Beavers. All 3 wins coming by pinfall. From the heavyweight bout, now we go to the lightweights. At 107 for your DuBois area Beavers, it is your Mr. Bryson Bizard. And for the Wheeling Park High School, it is Brian Flanagan. For those watching earlier, as I wanted, it's kind of to maybe backfill of the last match. In the final bout of the match versus Bell Vernon, Samson D versus the opponent went into a wrestling flurry, and unfortunately, Mr. D did come out with an injury that did not allow him to complete the finish, and so the DuBois area Beavers did lose by a score of 33-31 in that final bout. Just to kind of keep anybody up to score as to where we are at with the duels. So as of right now, DuBois Beavers as well as Wheeling Park looking for their first dual win of this tournament. Bryson Bizard for your DuBois area Beavers has been taken down. He is down 3-0 with a minute 16 left in the first to Mr. Brian Flanagan of Wheeling Park. Bryson looks like he sits out the young man from Wheeling Park. Looks like he wants to get a tilt, as we've seen all day. I would say the tilts have been a big wrestling move for this weekend. I think a lot of people are looking to score in bunches, and that's definitely a way to start. So that being said, looks like Bryson is trying to fight him from the top. Well, looks like maybe there's a half that the young man had, as he does take Bryson Bizard over. Head is pinched, ref is counting over, and with that, your West Virginia Wheeling Park team gets their first win of the day versus your DuBois Beavers with a pin. So, 4 bouts in, 4 pins, 3 by DuBois, and your first one by the Wheeling Park West Virginia team. Score now sits as teams, 18 DuBois area Beavers, 6 for Wheeling Park. Next up, we have your 114 bout. Kinley Knisely for your DuBois area Beavers. And for the Wheeling Park wrestling team, it is Bodie Cox. Both men looking to try to figure the wrist. Nice re-attack by the Wheeling Park wrestler, but with that being said, Kinley Knisely with a nice slick re-attack, he had a crotch lock on the young man, and he actually came out with the scores. And right there, from that, he tries to do a tilt from top position. Now he's going straight to a half. If he can get over on the right side, he might have a little more luck. He's just riding hip to hip as we speak right now. And the Wheeling Park wrestler does escape with a minute 5 left in the first bout. Currently, Kinley Knisely of your DuBois area Beavers is up 3-1 as they go back to neutral position. Two back-to-back shots by Mr. Bodie Cox. Kinley tries to re-attack, go behind. He gets caught with his right leg, but as we see the first go-around, Kinley has been a really good scrambler, and he's trying to do a head pinch with that. Oh, he throws him to the back. And Kinley gets an additional takedown to make it 6-1. Nice battle by both young men so far in this 114 stanza. Kinley looks like he wants to try to get that wrist across the body. Underneath, he's really just trying to drive a young man from Wheeling up, and it looks like we get a tilt. Is the ref going to give points? Yes. So Kinley Knisely's going to get at least, looks like he did get a 4 count, I believe. Yeah. So if you were following in terms of back point exposure, oh, and we switch right to a half as he lifts him. Tries to go to a Turk to a half. Looks like he does have that far leg. Kind of split. He has, I think, an arm and and that's the end of the first. A lot of action in this first period for both young men of this 114 bout. As I was saying, just a real quick recap. Back point exposure, if you get a 2 count, that's for 2 points. If it's 3 seconds, you get 3 points, and anything over 4 is with 4 points. So Mr. Kinley did secure a 4-point near fall. Chose bottom. It looks like he just goes straight to the head. The guy, young man from Wheeling, tries to do a cradle. Isn't successful. Now Kinley is just looking to get out for 1, and he gets escape. Current time, it is 11-1, your DuBois area Beaver, Kinley Nisley. Other bouts going on in the finals with a lot of energy and things going. Oh, Kinley goes to sprawl. Go behind. Young man does have his leg in a single leg position right now as the ref calls no points. Oh, and what that means that Kinley does get behind those hips, and the young man from does let go. 18-6. Oh, excuse me, 14-1. Your DuBois area. Look, he goes for a half. He's getting back points. At this point, Kinley, unless something... Oh, and a pin for Kinley Nisley. 5 bouts, 5 pins. 4 coming by way of your DuBois area Beavers to bring their score up to 24 points. A single pin and win by your 107-pounder from Wheeling Park to bring it up to 24-6. Scoreboard shows 23-6, but I believe with all the pins it should be 24. Next up we have 121, Luca Morelli of your DuBois area Beavers versus a young man by the name of Alexander Reed of Wheeling Park. Luca gets a takedown. Looks like he is riding as we speak. Has a left, it looks like he has a bar half on the left side. It looks like he's going to go to a half on the right. As he drives him over, the young man from DuBois looks to try to get the 6th pin, and it is, excuse me, the 5th pin for your DuBois area Beavers. So, with all the bouts so far for you keeping tabs, it's all been by pins so far. We currently have up next for your DuBois area Beavers, Mateo Gallegos. Looks like he will be going against a young man by the name of David Neal at the 127 bout. Mateo with some head position trying to find his openings. Young man from Wheeling Park does take a couple shots. Mateo head blocks. The young man from Wheeling Park is trying. He's definitely not liking the position he's in. Mateo has the young man's arms tied up, and I think the Wheeling Park wrestler realized he probably wasn't in a great position to be on the offensive, and so he was trying to circle out. Ref gave him a, looks like there's an injury time. Not sure what happened, but the young man from Wheeling Park is on a knee, and so we will kind of wait and see what's happening. Have a trainer out there as we speak.
This is DuBois Wrestling on Tri-County TV, powered by the businesses that support our athletes and our community. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by DuBois Granite Courts, Spitzer's Auto World, Lifespan Family Services, The Floor Show, AccuSure of DuBois, Nelson Realty, and Priority Media. Thank you to our sponsors for helping make local sports possible. Now, let's head to the mat for tonight's match.
Welcome back to Tri-County TV. At the current time, at the 127 bout, we do have some injury time from the Wheeling Park wrestler as they went out of bounds in the first period. Young man came back in the middle, and something just wasn't right. So, not entirely sure what happened that last stanza with with Mateo, but right now it looks like they're about to start up again. No score, 1:22 left in the first period still. Mateo looks to scramble. Young man from Wheeling Park doing a really good job of staying in front of Mateo. But as Mateo kind of has a head pinch, he does secure a 3-point takedown. And looks like he's driving over. Looks like he does have a cradle at the current time. And is getting back points. Looks like he does have a 4 near fall, and he's going back to start next. Cross face. No, he's just waiting for the young man. He's getting the arm bar in. Going to drive him over with the wrist. Tilting, and as the ref counts, probably going to get an additional 4 count, which he has to secure now a 11-0 lead. Mateo looks like he keeps the bar on the left side. He's waiting for the young man. It looks like they have, and he's taking him over, and that's probably going to be it. A pin at the 127 bout for your DuBois area leader. Mateo Ragos takes the win. So, with that being said, your team score now reads 30 for your DuBois area Beavers, 6 for Wheeling Park West Virginia wrestling team. Up next is your Jordan Bowser for your DuBois area Beavers. For the Wheeling Park team, Max Taylor. Jordan Bowser in the last bout against Val Vernon had a really exciting match for anybody watching out there. Won his match, I believe, 7-11. Wrestled really, really smart, as he is doing now. So nice to see that win for Mr. Jordan Bowser on the previous match, as he had a heck of a match. Currently up now, 30 seconds gone in the first period, 0-0. As the two wrestlers still look to try to fill each other out. Some hand fighting, some head snaps. Oh, snap down. And the young man from Wheeling Park gets the takedown, 3-0. The opponent. Jordan's trying to get up. Just returned. And now he is base down. Looks like he's trying to fight that first hand. Trying to turn in, it looks like, to try to get away from that hit. 55 seconds left in this first period. Young man on top does have a wrist controlled. Probably tried to get a tilt if he can. Jordan did a really good job of fighting that off. Oh, snapping him down as they go out of bounds. They'll reset Jordan back down for your DuBois every beer. 41 seconds left. Mr. Taylor is a little slow to get back to the center of the mat. So Jordan Bowser for DuBois area beer gets back up, tries to turn in, no luck. Mat returned, and now the young man on top puts a leg in. He's trying to push down. Looks like he's trying to get a power half in. Not quite yet. Nope. So Wheeling Park had legs in. Looks like he did probably a cross face. And maybe showed some signs of blood. No exposure points given. They did stop it for blood for the DuBois wrestler. Looks like he's okay. It may have been an eye, as he kind of looks like he's rubbing his eye. So nothing too serious. Looks like no blood time. We go back. 22 seconds left as Mr. Bowser gets back to his feet. Tried to fight. Gets his leg out. Oh, and he's still fighting. As he pops. Good scrambling by Jordan Bowser at this 133 bout. Now Jordan has a good opportunity with 5 seconds left to try to pop that head out. I don't know if he's going to have enough time. The West Virginia young man jumped over and then kind of sat on his own leg and really kind of put some leverage where Jordan was unable to kind of push him off. So DuBois gets the call. They choose down. We'll go back to where we just been. So, young man from West Virginia puts in a leg, and looks like he does have a spladle in. With that spladle, he does get some back points for near fall. Another crossface. Jordan's doing a really good job of keeping his head up, really fighting those hands well. And as he works to try to control the wrist of his opponent right now and try to get to a base, get those hips up off the mat. Young man from Wheeling Park is not making it easy at this time. Riding hip to hip, so really not looking for a lot of action. Looks like he's just trying to get a wrist of your DuBois area beaver to try to do a tilt, or maybe another crossface that I've seen a couple times in this bout. DuBois just given a point. I'm not sure what the ref saw right there that awarded the young man from DuBois a point. It may have been a potentially dangerous situation. Unfortunately, I didn't see what it was. But at this particular time, Jordan Bowser is down 7-1. It looks like Evan Merkel, and he gets out to escape to bring the match to a 7-2 deficit. Tying up head to head. Looks like both men are just really trying to set the next move up. So, looks like the ref called another foul on the West Virginia wrestler. I believe that one was for a headgear pull, based off of what he said. So, obviously, when you're wrestling, you're going to have certain things, but one of the things you are not able to do is tie up or pull on the headgear itself. So, at this time, chipping back and forth, both wrestlers being aggressive as you would expect in a wrestling match. Both coaches also kind of understanding what's going on and not happy with obviously what's going on the mat. So words have been exchanged with coaches and their wrestlers, and now the ref is reminding them of probably some respectful competition expectations. As we go into the third period, your West Virginia wrestler chooses bottom as he gets up, and Jordan has a good mat return on the edge of the mat. Mr. Jordan Bowser looking to get a leg in. It looks like they go back out, and they're going to restart. No change in position. 3-7 is your score. DuBois area beaver Jordan Bowser is down with 1 minute 48 seconds left in the third to Mr. Max Taylor. Max Taylor does get out. It looks like there is an escape in one, so both men move back in their feet. 8-3 with that escape. Both men back into the tie. Jordan Bowser is pushing the young man to the edge. Ref calls him out. Back to the middle of the center of the mat. Low go with 1:31 left in this third period. The DuBois area Beavers up on the Wheeling Park West Virginia wrestling team 30-6. Looks like it might have been a little eye poke. They just reset. Obviously, hands to the face is always a thing, and sometimes wrestlers do talk, or refs do talk about it. Oh, with that double leg from the opponent with a 3-point secured takedown, brings the score to 11-3. Jordan tripods up. Oh. And while the foot was in, ref determined that he already had a foot out. No back points awarded. The current time, 57 seconds left. Jordan Bowser is down 11-3 as we start this. Call again. Jordan with a nice switch as the young man was trying to do, it looks like another spladle. Jordan switched out of it. Now they're in a scramble position. Jordan Bowser does have a hole of that ankle, so if he can pop out, be a really good position. Young man from West Virginia did have a leg in. Mr. Bowser fought off a nice chin whip. 24 seconds left. They are stopping it, I'm assuming maybe for blood. Yeah, it looks like there's a quick blood time for Jordan Bowser of DuBois. Trainer's coming out. Looks like they're going to wipe him down real quick, and then we'll probably get back to action here in a second as Coach Krupa has some of the cleaning materials. So when they get back here to the start of the action in a couple seconds, it'll be a 3-11 match, 24 seconds left. And Mr. Bowser will be down. Comes up, he's fighting to his feet. Young man tries to hook the leg from West Virginia. Oh, as they go out, Jordan does have a nice sprawl, but fortunately he went out before he got the escape. 15 seconds left. Jordan comes to his feet and gets the escape. As they circle each other out to the end of the match. End of the match, your Wheeling Park team takes the second win of their day to shorten the deficit from 30 to 9. Up next at 1:39 is the DuBois area beater, Mr. Antonio Giambanco. And for your Wheeling Park High School, Donovan Duncan. Mr. Antonio Giambanco last year at the start of the season had a nice mask on for early part of the season after an unfortunate clash of heads. And with that, he just quick takedown for the Wheeling Park wrestler. Antonio gets back to his feet. Now he looks like he's trying to go into a wizard position. The young man from West Virginia does have a leg. They're about to go out, but he does have a wizard trying to get out of that, trying to circle back in. Oh, and they go back out as Antonio was trying to scramble out. 3-0 in favor of his opponent from Wheeling Park High School. Start of the first, looks like Antonio gets back up. He's circling, he's facing the guy. And with that, the ref awards Antonio 1. 3-1, Antonio takes a shot. Re-attack by the West Virginia wrestler. As they go out of bounds, Antonio takes a shot on the edge of the mat with no real estate to wrestle in. Ref calls him out of bounds and they start back in the middle. 1 minute left in this first period. Nice snap down. Antonio is looking to, single leg, head inside single by the opponent. Antonio is doing a nice job of wizarding. Looks like really hard, pushing really, really heavy down on that head as he needs to try to get that leg outside of the middle of the young man. If he can get his foot out, he has a lot better. Nope, and the ref calls a stalemate instead. 33 seconds left. Nice fighting off by Mr. Antonio Giambanco. 30 seconds left as they get back into neutral. Antonio takes a good shot, switches from a single to the right to a single to the double. He's going to try to bring it up. As he's around his hip. 15 seconds left. Antonio does get a takedown to go up by 1. It looks like he has a half in, probably not quite over the break to get some back point exposure before the end of the first period. Nonetheless, action-packed first period for both wrestlers. Antonio Giambanco of your DuBois area Beavers goes up by 1. He chooses down to start the second. Whistle blows. Young man, it looked like he was riding the ankle a little bit. Trying to keep Antonio down. Antonio's to his feet, and he just lets him go for the escape. Now 5-3 for the DuBois area Beaver. Shot by Antonio, nice shot to the right leg of his opponent. Got a little elongated, young man, had a nice sprawl, just holding that knee of Antonio so he can't circle back around. But he circles in, he gets his knees under him, and he secures another takedown. And that's just good old-fashioned single leg fight right there. Antonio kept the single leg, kept his head up, kept driving the knees to get his hips underneath him so he wasn't elongated out, and it paid off as he secured a takedown to extend his lead to 8-3. Sometimes you got to be a little patient, and if you watch Mr. Antonio Giambanco wrestle, this young man is a workhorse. And it showed in that last stanza right there. 52 seconds left. Oh. False start as the young man heard a whistle on the next mat over. So no caution. We'll start again. Antonio takes Antonio is working on that left side of the young man. But he does have a bar in. If he can break him down, I know he'll probably be in a little more comfortable position. I think he is breaking down. He's really heavy hips. He's trying to get to the half. Ref, he'll stop it, I believe, with that bar half he had on. Typically, if you go, the arm needs to be across the back, and anytime it goes vertical, your arm goes up. They do stop it. So I believe that's what the call was there. Is that Antonio's arm was going a little more, vertical as opposed to horizontal across the back. Back to the action on the mat. Antonio's looking to go again with that bar. Really, really driving good. His young man from Milling Park's head is on the mat. But as time expires, Antonio will take a 8-3 lead into the third. Wheeling Park, Mr. Dunham and Duncan does call for time. Looks like he has something, I believe, either bleeding or in his eye. I really couldn't tell what he was pointing out on his face. So, at the time, we do have some injury time as we get the young man cleaned up from Wheeling Park.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. It could actually be exciting.
Nelson Realty brings over 125 years of combined experience in one office.
Quick double. Quick shot by the Wheeling Park wrestler. And Antonio does a really good sprawl. Now he's looking to go behind. So he's circling the young man. Circling. Oh, and he goes. Controls the left leg. And gets behind him for an additional 3. To extend the lead to 11-3. Antonio again working on that left side, as he has been, through a bar. Now he goes to a switch to a half on the other side. And it looks like he's going to get this over. He's in a really good position. I'd say the young man probably is really flexible. Antonio is getting back points, though. Might want to adjust a little bit if he wants to try to secure the pin. It's hard to say how much back is exposed or not. The ref's on the mat looking to see where he is. And with that, as we speak, Antonio gets the pin. It's going to run up the team score to 42-9. And I believe all but one has been off of a pin. So as we go into the 144-pound match for the away team, there's 3 gentlemen for the Wheeling Park team. Noah Kelly, Royal Scott, or Chase Smith could be the opponent. Oh, and it looks like West Park throws a headlock right off the bat on the DuBois wrestler, Mr. Landon. Does a really good job of fighting off. Potentially dangerous. Looks like there's probably a full Nelson, so 1 point to Landon for the DuBois Area Beavers. Score is 7-1 in favor of Wheeling. Whistle blows. Young man Landon trying to fight away. He needs to slip out. Gets Matt reaching to the mat. Half for the Wheeling Park wrestler. It looks like he is trying to roll over. Young man from DuBois does valiantly fight. Unfortunately, West Virginia does get the pin. So at 145, West Virginia does take the pin. Next up, I believe we have as this was Sammy Deeb, and it looks like we are having a replacement, as said, Mr. Deeb did get an injury in his previous bout. For the Wheeling Park, it is Jacob Carmen, and I believe for your DuBois area, the gentleman is named Mason Rebel, perhaps? Give me a new kid. He just moved here this year, so I do apologize on I'm not knowing the name of this young man. Looks like he's trying to throw a headlock. West Virginia does secure a takedown. Power half on the left side of DuBois. The young man from Wheeling Park does have a nice half in, as DuBois is fighting off his back as we speak. But once again, another pin for your opponents. So Wheeling Park takes 154 with a pin. That brings the team score to 36-21. 160-pounder for your DuBois area. You have Mr. Seth Wilmoth. For Wheeling Park, Isaac Sands. Seth tries to throw. Looks like he's in a headlock position. Oh, back and forth. Seth went to the right side for a headlock, then he switched to the left side. The young man from West Virginia tried to counter, and with his own lift to no avail, and they go out of bounds and start again with 1:30 left in the first. Seth's trying to snap him down to his knees. Does have a head pinch. The young man from West Virginia is trying to take a shot, but Seth does have a nice little control of that front head tie. He's really, really, really tight on that leg, on that head. Really, I think what Seth's trying to do is trying to get that leg. Nope. Ref's going to call a stalemate and bring him back up with a minute left in the first. I think Seth was trying to head pinch and trying to get the young man to step with his leg to trying to catch a quick little snatch single. But ref decided that was enough time to be in that position and called him back up to neutral. .45 seconds. There's a shot in by a Wheeling Park wrestler. Seth's doing a really good job of trying to establish control as he does have the head pinched. Young man from West Virginia does try to elevate the leg, but it looks like he's in a headlock position. So right here, Seth wants to try to roll him through, which he almost has. He does get it. He gets 3-point takedown, and also, well, ref was calling back points for a second, but then decided to stop as he didn't see that Seth had enough exposure. So, good turn of events for Seth. Fortunately, he wasn't given the back points at the edge of the mat, but he is up 3-0 with 9 seconds left in the first. Back up to the feet. Seth hooks a leg. He's trying to bring him back down as he holds on, and with that, time will expire in the first period. Looks like there's two good matches going on in the finals as well. I believe 15 to 33. I believe Trinity, the local team, is beating Franklin Regional as we speak. Back to action on the mat. Matt returns young man as he tries to sit out, turn in. Seth looks like he's trying to get a claw right in, trying to get that elbow. Where West Virginia wrestler is deciding not to. Seth's going for a gas pump, standing up. Ref calls it potentially dangerous, which, as he doesn't have a arm to brace himself with or a shoulder, at times the ref will call that a potentially dangerous position. So I think what the ref determined was, as they were standing up, had Seth tried to mat return him to a certain side that he had no ability to brace himself for something, they sometimes will call that a potentially dangerous, I believe is what he saw there. Can't hear anything from where we're at, but based off of what the move looked like, that's probably what he was determined. Seth goes back, trying to pitch down, he's trying to get him back down, and does ride him. Young man from West Virginia is being really stingy and getting back to his feet. So Seth's not careful. He definitely, depending on what the ref wants to do here. Nope, Seth is doing a really good job of holding on. Now he goes to the ankles up. Loses the grip. And the Wheeling Park wrestler does get an escape point. 3-1 in favor of DuBois. That being said, low-level single by your Wheeling Park wrestler. Seth's doing a really good job of crotch locking in. Now he's getting his hips under him, which is where you want. Nope. Now he's trying to go to the back door. Seth has that left ankle of his opponent. Doesn't want to get him to allow him to sit out, because then that gives him a better position. He turns in. Seth still has that. Seth will want to try to roll through if he can here in a second. There he goes. Oh. Still no call yet, as Seth does have that leg. Oh, and the ref gave him the takedown. 10 seconds to go. Wheeling Park is up 4-3. Nice scramble, unfortunately, just didn't work out for Seth that time. However, DuBois' choice, and they're going to pick down going into the third period. Escape will tie this up for your DuBois area Beaver. Whistle blows. Seth is up to his feet already. Hips. No. Seth hold on to the leg. The young man was trying to mat return him. Good position to be in. Seth's really trying to turn in. Decides to let go. Oh. Oh. Almost exposed for a tilt, but Seth for DuBois area Beavers was able to fight it off. So it looks like the young man from West Virginia does have a leg in, and he is trying to work on top. Now he has both boots in. He's going to work on that right side of Seth Wilmoth with the power half. Try to adjust. Now he looks like he's trying to transition into maybe a crossface with lifting that left leg up. Back up, and then he's going to try to hit his hips over to his right. Seth's really good at fighting this off. Kind of knows what's going on. 1 minute left for Seth to even this bout up or take a lead with a reversal of his own. If Seth can, again, like we've talked about this position before, if he could pop out, keep his hips up, you have some success trying to pop out the backside. Young man from West Virginia does have those legs in pretty deep. 35 seconds left. Seth gets to his knees, hips up. This is where I think, he has the elbow. He's elongating them, and that's where you see putting Seth flat back again. 20 seconds left for Mr. Seth to find a way to get out. The young man on top is doing a really good ride. But again, Seth is really has a high level here. If he can pop out with 7 seconds, we can get a tie. He needs to shake him off. And with that, unfortunately, not enough time left. And your Wheeling Park wrestler will take the match in a count of 4-3. Next up at one, well, it looks like they don't have a 170-pounder for Wheeling Park, at least not on the name. So I don't know what the young man's name potentially could be for Wheeling Park, but Easton Harris is your DuBois representative. So looking back at some potential weights for this 172 bout, it could have been Isaac Sands potentially, and so the 57 match could have been either Nathan Hodge or Zach Barth, as I'm looking at some of this. So takedown for West Virginia, 3-1 as he lets Easton Harris back up. Hard snap to the right side. He fakes a snap and just goes right behind. Good setup by the young man. I don't think Easton was looking for that second go behind. Lifts it back up. 6-2. We start back at our feet. 35 seconds left in the first. Another go behind for Wheeling Park into a tilt. Back points for 4. Runs the score up to 13-2. 10 seconds left in the first. We'll end the first period with a 13-2 score in favor of Wheeling Park. Back to the middle they go. Easton's choice, I believe he defers. And they go back on their feet. Young man has a hard snap, fakes a feint, snaps the young man down, and then just trying to go behind. Go behind puts it a 16-2. and right into a tilt with no points awarded quite yet of exposure. Didn't quite break the plane, at least not in the ref's eyes. Currently stands 16-2, 1 minute left, or excuse me, 1 minute, 15 seconds left. Escape brings it 3 to 16 for the Wheeling Park wrestler. Oh, Mr. Easton tries to take a shot, gets caught on his hands, and with that, final go behind 19-3 in the final in the last match. But with that, the final score of the team duels, your DuBois Area Beavers 38, Wheeling Park, West Virginia 27. And that will wrap it up for us here in Trinity's duels in Washington, PA. Tri-County, we want to thank everybody out there watching and supporting the broadcast. With that being said, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of the DuBois Wrestling on Tri-County TV, brought to you by DuBois Granite Courts, Spitzer's Auto World, Lifespan Family Services, The Floor Show, AccuSure of DuBois, Nelson Realty, and Priority Media. DuBois Wrestling all season long right here on Tri-County TV. We'll see you next match.